very special panelist. Now, I have the EU Ambassador, Amb Geiger, who is with me tonight, and I do have the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, Salim Vuria. We're just going to be looking at what exactly MSMEs, that is micro, small and medium enterprises, and even big corporations could be looking forward to once they dare abroad and go into the EU market. We already know that, of course, this trade agreement has, added onto our trade exports, especially by 40% year on year. Ambassador, I'll start with you. What have we done different from last year, January, to this year that has added on our exports?
I actually haven't known that we have added so much to
Yes.
our exports, but I know that the main products going to the EU is flowers, vegetables, tea, coffee, and so the idea is that as of 1st of July, there is zero duty, zero quota for the entire market. So I want to know what has Kenya done differently? Maybe the Cabinet Secretary knows.
Right, and I'll throw it to Honorable Salim.
Thank you very much. If you look at the period that you were mentioning, we did sign the Economic Partnership Agreement in December on the 18th.
Fantastic.
And this agreement has now come into implementation since 1st of July this year. And this agreement actually inspires, quite a lot of mobilization of Kenyan products to the EU, and that is, part of what is happening now. With the sensitization that we have been doing since then, we have more farmers now, being able to understand, and small and medium enterprises understanding the value of this agreement. So I think part of the impact that you are talking about is that kind of mobilization. But of course, the agricultural sector performance broadly has also been inspired by the subsidized input, the subsidized fertilizer that we've had.
Right.
And a lot of other initiatives that have been there, listing of farmers for the first time through the digital platform. So that combined, then we find a lot of activity in the agricultural sector, and mostly in the horticultural sector, which is also very critical in the agribusiness spectrum.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Now, Ambassador, maybe if you could just tell us, of course, quite recently you did say that maybe Kenya should diversify some of the things that it is exporting into the EU, region, knowing that it is a 27-country, region. What are some of the things you think Kenya could be sending to the EU?
Well, first and foremost, I think work has to be done on the value chains of the already existing products. For example, some of the horticultural exporters, they now bring together the bouquets already here, and they export them as already assembled bouquet, which gives a multiple yield on the market in Europe. So the idea is to add value and not export the raw product, but the diversification means go beyond the agriculture. I have been saying that because I know Kenya's ambition to become an upper middle income country. I don't think you can do that with agriculture. You have to really diversify, go into more added value products. So but even in the agriculture, there are things that can be done. For example, organic, socially responsible produced products. They give a much higher yield in Europe. So there are many creative ways of adding value to your produce. And we think even if there's zero duty, zero quota, to make full use of that, you have to look at this in creative ways and not stick to the tried and tested.
Right, and we will be looking into value addition. Bonasias will give us more details on that. But let's touch on, the business of the day.